All right, Team Diadem, we are back here in the lab, and today we are talking about a very important paddle, the most powerful paddle Diadem has ever created, the brand new Edge Blucore. I'm here with Evan Specht, and today we're going to dive into all the tech, features, and everything that you can expect from this new paddle launch. So Evan, let's start by talking about the paddle itself. What is the Edge Blucore, and why does it exist?
The Edge Blucore is the answer to the question, when's Diadem making a power paddle? We've been hearing customers want more power, but they want the trusted reliability of BluCore. So we were able to fuse our BluCore core with PowerSync, allowing extreme amount of power that is consistent and durable.
So it's interesting because we're hearing the word BluCore again, and that's a big term from Diadem this year. It's been a big part of our product launches, and obviously was unveiled at DiaCon earlier this year.
Yeah.
So let's talk about BluCore to start, and then we'll build around that. How does the BluCore affect this paddle and how it performs?
Right, so the BluCore in itself is a solid EPP foam that offers a very durable, consistent, and reliable feel. The sweet spot is bigger than honeycomb. There's no core crush, there's no delamination, and it's something that we've backed with a lifetime warranty in the Warrior BluCore and now in the Edge BluCore. What we've done is we've surrounded the BluCore with our PowerSync EVA foam. This allows the core to have a little bit of movement and that extra pop on shots, drives, and counters.
What is making BluCore a different solid core than some of the other paddles that have hit the market?
Well, it's blue.
Blue is better.
Blue is better. It's also developed over a very, very long, thorough process, tested in the lab over and over again, thousands and thousands of hits. And what we found is the way that we fused the BluCore core with the face, the way that we fused the pellets of the EPP foam with each other, it offers a more consistent, durable, and forgiving feel. There's also different densities that we play with. So in the Warrior versus the Edge, we mess around with the densities and how quick the ball comes off the paddle, as well as how long the paddle holds the ball, allowing for spin. All of those things can be manipulated, and that's what separates our BluCore from a standard foam taken off the shelf.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I'm really proud about with the BluCore is, we promoted it as a more durable core. And in our last video, when we talked about the Warrior, we talked about how this lifetime warranty was a big statement for us because of the confidence we have in the core construction of this paddle. And the Warrior's been out now for several months. We've got thousands and thousands of them in the market being used by players worldwide. And early data has proven what our lab tests shown, which was that the BluCore construction is more durable than anything else that's out there. And our logistics and QC team is tracking defects, issues, and returns. Right now, I believe the Warrior BluCore has less than a 0.5% defect rate. So almost a non-existent number. As we move into a more powerful category with the Edge, what do you expect to see in paddle longevity and durability?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big talking point for us. It's a big talking point for a lot of people out there. By nature, the floating core has caused a lot of issues for brands. That's where the testing of the BluCore, the launch of the Warrior BluCore into the market, and to get the actual consumer feedback has built up this concept that we believe it's going to be as durable as anything that we've put out with the BluCore name on it, and we're offering a lifetime warranty to back that up. The way that we fused the EVA and the BluCore, similarly to how we fused the BluCore to the face, is unlike anybody else on the market. It's proprietary resin, it's a proprietary system, and we've tested that it doesn't break.
So I want to dive into the tech here, but there's a lot going on. I mean, you've got obviously BluCore, you've got some additional foams. It looks like 3 different layers here. So let's talk to our customers a little bit about the tech that we put into this paddle and what sets it apart from some of the other power paddles on the market.
Yeah, and so we use our system called the PowerSync system, and that fuses together 3 types of foam. You have the high density yellow foam on the outside. You have the EVA white foam, which is a soft foam, low density. And then you have our EPP BluCore foam that makes up the bulk of the paddle. These 3 things combined not only allow for a very powerful and poppy paddle, but it's a very consistent paddle across the face of the entire paddle, as well as a good dwell time, a good feel, and overall a great playing experience. On top of that, we did do something pretty unique by cutting the EVA a little bit short. The density of the BluCore is higher than it is of the white EVA and even the high density foam. So we basically increase the mass in the throat area, which increases the swing weight, twist weight, and overall stability of the paddle. We didn't get rid of all the EVA. We actually have a little pocket here, which adds a little bit of extra pop as well.
Yeah, so that was one of the things that we noticed right away when playtesting. You know, power paddles are fun. You really feel the oomph behind your shots. But for a lot of players, they feel uncontrollable, or they feel like, you know, they're either hitting them long or they really can't get their dinks to where they want them to be. When we were playtesting earlier versions of the Edge, felt like it had a much more controlled element, especially at the net when you were dinking and trying to really position your shots. Is there something different about these paddles that makes them still powerful but more controlled to some of the alternatives on the market?
Yeah, I would say it's got control when you need it and power when you want it. If you're dinking, if you're resetting, if you're looking for those touch shots, you're not really accessing the movement of the BluCore against the EVA. And so it is a very comfortable and soft touch. So the EPP foam itself has that extra dwell time. So you're getting kind of best of both worlds. Of course, when you want to drive, when you want to rip the ball, that free movement of the core in the PowerSync system allows for extra pop. The last piece of the puzzle that we did is we did have a flared EVA system. So you'll notice that it's a little bit tighter at the top and a little wider around the sides. And then of course it ends before the throat. So this system, we believe, has given a better sweet spot, as well as that kind of consistent power where you're not going to have one shot that flies off because it moved a lot and one shot that's dead. It's going to be consistent and something you can rely on.
So another feature that I think is really cool and players are going to notice as soon as they take this paddle out of the packaging is these silicone inserts here in the throat area. And it's different. Cosmetically, it's very cool because you can see the BluCore inside the paddle. You could also see the BluCore here in the clear butt cap. But what are those? What is the purpose of those silicone inserts? And does it do anything for playability?
Yeah, so we call it the shock guard. It is a system that actually has 2 main purposes. One, it helps with vibration. As you play at a high level, especially, and you're really hitting the ball, or you're resetting, or you're handling very hard hit shots, there's vibrations that go down your arm. I mean, this is a carbon fiber paddle, but those silicone inserts that are inside of the edge guard and the edge wall dampen that vibration. At the same time, silicone is more dense. It has more mass than the edge guard and the foam that's behind it. So it actually increases the weight or the mass at that throat position, again, increasing twist weight.
And one of the things that I'm really proud of here at Diadem is we always tried to make products that have innovative tech and that offer unique features. And what I think special about the Edge is not only did we build it with features, but we actually show off those features. And we do things like putting trapdoor clear windows and these silicone inserts where you can see what's going into the paddle, and it's not just some marketing story. One thing that actually remains the same from its predecessor is the iconic 18K face, which is my personal preference when it comes to paddle surfaces. And I was really excited to bring the 18K back to our performance lineup with the Edge Blucore. But talk a little bit about what you saw in playtesting and in lab testing with the 18K surface.
At the end of the day, some of our favorite reviewers have definitely lab tested the 18K and shown that the spin production is higher than a standard T700 or traditional raw carbon face. We felt it over the years of the 18K line. We actually increased the roughness right up to that legal limit, so it's actually going to be rougher than other 18K lines that we have. And at the end of the day, the triaxial weave gives you the ability to hit spin no matter which way you're hitting the ball. Pickleball is not a linear sport. You're hitting spins, you're hitting dinks, you're going around the outside, the inside, and so you're gripping that ball no matter how you're hitting it. And we love the way the 18K performs, and so does everybody else.
So we're going to simplify, because I know for the last couple of minutes here, we've really geeked out with you guys. We've talked a ton of tech, but this is for the people that want the Spark Notes version of this paddle. Who is the Edge Blucore for? What type of player would you put this paddle?
I'd put it in the hands of anybody looking for high-end power, that's looking for easy power, consistent power, and durable power.
And there are 4 different models. So with Edge Blucore, you'll notice this white and blue colorway, as well as this white and black colorway. The difference in color is going to be what distinguishes the shape of the paddle. So with this launch, we're going to have 2 different shapes. We've got a Pro, which is shown by the white and blue, and then our first ever hybrid shaped paddle. And this is another one that was coming from our customers' feedback and the requests that we heard from our loyal Diadem players. You guys wanted a hybrid shape, and so we were able to answer that and bring it to the Edge Blucore lineup. So with these 2 shapes, there's also 2 thicknesses, the 14 millimeter and the 16 millimeter. Starting with shape, how would you differentiate the 2, and what player should be going with a hybrid versus a Pro?
Yeah, it comes down a lot to the personal preference of the player. Our Pro shape is our traditional elongated shape that we've used in the SP, we've used in the Warrior, and it's done really well for players that want that extra reach, that want that extra swing weight. It's more swing weight, more reach than the hybrid version. And then we introduced the hybrid, which is, like you said, a little bit of the best of both worlds. We have our max shape in some of our frames that is definitely shorter and wider. Similarly to the hybrid, it's shorter and wider than the Pro, but not significantly. It's going to come down to your personal preference.
And the Edge name has been a legacy name in the Diadem lineup, really since I think 2021, when we came out with the original Warrior Edge. And over the last several years, it's progressed into the Edge 18K, and we introduced different shapes like the SP and the Power Pro. And it's been widely regarded as one of our top performing lines year in and year out. To the tens of thousands of Diadem Edge players that are out in the market, what can they expect to be different from the Edge Blucore to the previous versions? And what are some of the similarities?
Well, the first similarity is going to be spin. You're going to get spin whether you're with the 18K SP Power Pro or the Edge Blucore. The difference is going to come down to the power. That's going to be the main difference. We're talking about unmatched power with the Edge Blucore. We're going to be seeing power in different shapes. You know, the hybrid shape allowing you to kind of move a little bit quicker and to have a wider sweet spot than the traditional 18K line is going to be very interesting to a lot of players. And then the consistency and durability that you're going to have with BluCore in the core. A lifetime warranty is something we only offer with our BluCore lineup, and there's a reason. It doesn't change, it doesn't break, and it's going to last you the test of time.
Now, I know this paddle is not yet on the market yet, or depending on when you're watching this video, it may already be out on the market. But up into today, not a lot of players have had a chance to hit with the Edge Blucore outside of the Diadem universe. There are a couple of exceptions. We did this unknown challenge, which we have a video that we'll be sharing with you guys talking about that unknown challenge. But basically what we did is we took this paddle, we blacked out the cosmetics, we made it unbranded and unknown, and we let players try it without any bias or any brand expectation. That was inspired by the Pepsi Challenge and letting people taste test product without any brand image attached to it. So we went to a couple of the biggest facilities in the world, and we let players try the unknown version of the Edge Blucore. We got a lot of great feedback. What are some of the things that you heard from those blind playtesters and things that we can build on as this paddle gets ready to go to market?
I think the most prevalent thing that we heard was that it was better than what they're using now. We had some wide-ranging things from it was better to 20 beers on the beach to it was better than a specific paddle. And I think at the end of the day, what users trying that unknown paddle felt was just a better, more durable, consistent, and high-quality product than most of what's out there. I think not having the knowledge of what brand it is to give them any kind of bias, whether they tried a paddle they liked or didn't like from the Diadem lineup, also added that extra sweetness to it, knowing that this is truly their opinion and they're not being swayed by anything. And that's why we'll probably continue to do a decent amount of that just to get real feedback, as well as moving into just play testing with the full cosmetics and getting, hundreds or thousands of people's true, honest feedback from their first shot.
And this is where you guys at home are going to be able to get involved. One of the initiatives that we're having with this Edge Blucore launch is a big, big goal of ours, which is 100 demo days in 100 days. We want to take our official pickleball truck, our team of loyal ambassadors, customers, and friends, and we want to be able to let everybody try this product. So we are going to be coming to a city near you. We are going to be running awesome demo days where you can play test the paddle, you can participate in some of our games and challenges. And if you're not sure if we're coming to your city, send us a message. We'd love to come out and host a demo day with you guys and let you guys try this paddle because we really love the technology that went into it, and we really love the power and the performance that you'll see from this paddle.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we want you to try it. The best feedback is the feedback from our customers. A lot of customer feedback went into the development of this product, from the power level to the shapes to just how we built the thing. So we want customer feedback and we want to hear your opinion. Try it, let us know.
If you guys have any other comments, drop them below. We'll get back to you as quickly as we can. If you're still listening, we really appreciate you following along. Thank you for being Team Diadem, and go out and try the Edge Blucore.